with things going on 3.2.3. Today is May 17th, 2024 in Star Citizen, and I wanted to show a little bit more about panel salvaging. There was made a little video before, and some people had some questions about it and some changes. So one of the nice things about Star Citizen and doing these patches is that you can kind of do something that's already been done. This panel topic has been covered. There are some change, a little change. I don't even want to say changes plural, but scanning has been a big topic that people replied with and asked about. So I'm going to show you how I do it. That has worked for me very consistently. I operate out of Area 18. So I come out of Area 18, ArcCorp, whatever. And the first place, what you want to do is you want to come out here, which is, you're going to see Arc L2. And it's really, it's kind of like a mining thing. So it's very difficult to actually, it's a mining claim here. So all of these are targetable. So it's a little bit difficult to find the Lively Pathway Station. But that is where I want to go. You can search for it here in the top. You can just type in live and you'll see it. The idea behind this, though, is when you go to your contracts and you pick up a salvaging mission from here, obviously, A, they cost money, but B, they take you to a location that is in something like this. Faithful Dream Station. There you go. Beautiful Glen Station, Ambitious Dream, Wide Forest. I'm trying to see if this one is here. Lively Pathway. Okay, so you could accept this for 20,000 and go grab this Titan. Now, the idea came to me that if they're sending us to these stations, what about the panels? So that's why I come here. So no matter where you are, you should be able to find this. What you're looking for specifically is this kind of asteroid system that they have set up. So you could do this out of Crusader. You can see if you click on one of the places, Arc L3, it doesn't say anything about asteroids. It doesn't look like there's asteroids or anything mining, so I wouldn't do that one. But you can look around. There we go. Here's a mining claim here. So Arc L5 would probably have plenty in the asteroid field. You're just looking for the asteroid field. Here you would go to Yellow Core Station. That is the equivalent of what I am doing. So you don't have to do this in the exact location I am. You can find it on your own. Now, I've already, to cut down on time, I've already jumped here. So I wanted to show you it with the scanning and what you're looking for. So you're holding tab, doing a scan, and you're looking for something here. You see the RS signature in the right. This is 1900. You do not want that. You want something that is 2000 or divisible by 2000. So that one's 1700, so we don't want that. So we're just going to cruise into the asteroids more and just keep scanning until we find something. And the reason I'm not going to fast forward this is because I want people to see how quick this really is and how little time it does take. But just keep scanning. Oh, one thing I messed up here is you want to make sure that the right side there on your scan is at 0, because that gives you the widest. 5700, no bueno. 1900, no bueno. You're just looking at these little tags here. So right there on the right side and mid there, it says Pierce, I guess. And that's what you're going to be looking for. You want that to be a 0. But you're just going to fly around the asteroid field here. Let's see. 1900 up there. Looks like those are both 1900. We're just going to keep scanning. And looking around. Seems to be some miners up there. But typically you don't have to go too far away from the station. I think I'm looking back. Yeah, I'm looking back at the station there. So I'm going back the way I came. Probably don't want to do that, but I just want to make sure, see what's around. There might be something closer. It also seems like, almost seems like things, you know, things spawn. And something might not be there. You come around again, and it will be there. The other thing, too, is I didn't do this the way I normally do it. Okay, here's a bunch of unknowns. Great, we're going to run into an asteroid. 19, 19, 19. These all look like 19s. 17. 1850. Something 50, 19. So those are all going to be minerals. One thing I did a little differently. I realized that my hydrogen fuel was at 25%, so I actually landed on the station. Usually when I get here, I just come directly in the asteroid field, and I haven't had a problem. I also notice that I am dodging a lot of asteroids, which isn't normal. Ah, 1,600 or 1,000. If that is accurate, that is a monster pull for panels. Now, see, now I want to scroll up on my wheel, my mouse wheel here, to get that pierce to go up. And that's going to give me a little more accuracy. There you go. So now you want them to turn into these icons here, the little arrows. Now here's the tricky part. All right. We know they're pretty close. I'm going to slow down because they're hella close. But there's kind of a bug right now. See how it disappeared? Where are the panels? You know, you don't know, you can't see them. So it's good to go kind of slow here. We know they got to be right in front of us. Right? They're not on the scan anymore. And this is the tricky part. We know we're accurate because we got close. The thing is, sometimes they don't spawn right in front of you. Those are not them. They're different colors. So now we just got to find them, assuming we probably passed them. Sometimes they just pop up in your face. That's why you want to go slow. Sometimes if you didn't drive right into them or fly right into them, you won't see them. But this shouldn't take too long. If worst case scenario, you might need to fly away a little bit and get it to repop up, which I think I'm going to do. But that's fine. I mean, I'm showing this is one of the worst case scenarios that I've had. So we're just going to fly away a little bit. Let's see if we can look back. Piercing. So the way scanning used to work was that it was how narrow. Moving your mouse wheel made it more or less narrow. And you could actually visually see it. So I'm not sure. It seems like this is something, I'm not exactly sure how the scanning works to give you a full details of it. But it seems to basically operate the same way, just kind of honestly a little bit less intuitive. So these should be right in this area, right by these two big rocks. Ah, okay, so now, there we go. Okay, so now it says 2,000 there. So this is them. Now it's split them up a little bit. So we're 4K away. Now we're going to zoom in. We got 75%. We should probably get the dots. 97%. No. Okay, so maybe they weren't exactly there. That's... makes me nervous. You're dealing with invisible panels. 38, 51 on those. 19. Alright, so they're definitely not as big as this, or far as this asteroid. So... 8,000. There's an 8,000 one right there. We can go check that. Okay. Okay, a little bit more accurate with the ping. All right, and there are our dots. Oh, there we go. We just passed one. There it is. So that's one of the panels. You know, you could look around. There's usually more than one. I think this one said 8,000, so that would be 4. Should be 4. That doesn't really indicate the size though. Some are better than others. Some panels are better than others. Just have more on them, but you can get really lucky. So now that we found it, cool. I'm just going to take a minute to say, that this is the best way to make money salvaging, maybe one of the best ways overall. This panel, not great. It doesn't have 2 sides, for example. So we're just going to grab this one side, but the last video I made on this, it took me about an hour to fill up. So you want to fill up everything. You want to fill up your hopper there. See, my depot's 4.9. You want to fill that up to 13. Then you want to run in the back and you want to eject them and sort them. Put them actually in your cargo. And then you want to refill this up to 13. Then when you go cash out at any TDD, obviously any main city, you go sell it at the trade depot, trade department. You're going to do it once, and then you come back to your ship. You're going to take out all the boxes that are in the hopper and then sell those as well. So it took me about an hour, but I did not have my cargo grid. My cargo grid was messed up, so I spent a lot of time arranging the boxes. But you could probably make about $500,000 in about 45 minutes, maybe even faster, depending how sweaty you are. Also, how lucky you get. But I mean, worst case scenario, this is not going to take incredibly long. Look at my hopper already, 6.6. Just by getting this tiny little bit right here, I got 2. If you're getting a ship, you are taking a lot of time getting all of the pieces, the stuff, so that you're good on your contract, and then to get to the point where you can disintegrate. But you have to deal with construction material, and in 2.23, construction material is now worthless. I don't know if it's going to be as worthless if you are in a multi-crew ship, but for this, that would require you to go in the back and take out the construction mats and then chuck them out the back of your ship and then get back in and come somewhere else. This is 100% pure RMC every single time. It's free. And the amount of time it takes, as you can see, look how fast this is filling up. And Normally, there's multiple ones here. I've had ones, the high end for me, I've filled this up almost twice over. I think I was at like a 10 or 11 SCU that I had to go top off on another spawn. But that's it. So I just want to share this with you. You can do this from any of the main cities, relatively safe. I mean, obviously pirates are going to know kind of around that area if they're looking for mining and things like that. Pirates, one of the things with that is, though, they have to have the cargo to get it out to make the profit. RMC, obviously pure profit, though. So just keep your head out. Just make sure, just pay attention to any ships around you. Once in a while, I think I've found some NPCs, hostile NPCs flying around. Sometimes they see me, sometimes they don't. I've actually had one where a friendly NPC was also fighting it. So you can get a regular NPC spawn from somewhere else. They're not necessarily tied to these. They might be tied to the other stuff here. Obviously, there's ships. There's going to be... I've never seen a ship just without getting a salvaging mission. I guess it is possible, though. But mining, stuff like that. But there you go. This is the best way, in my opinion, to do it. If anyone else has any other ones, feel free to share. I just have no idea. I cannot fathom possibly that taking the missions is a better way to go. But that's that. Not the cleanest run. This is the first time, like I said, I came from the actual station, so I didn't run into them as quickly as I normally do. I normally run into them a lot faster. And then you just have to worry about that little bugginess with the scanner where it doesn't pick it up, and then obviously getting it there. But there you go. You see how we have, I don't know why this panel's showing up this color when I just did it, but you can see the other two panels right there. I thought this one was 8,000, so maybe I thought there would be a fourth. Maybe there is one somewhere, but yeah. So you can see this amount of time right here. I'll be filled up in no time. Go to another spawn, grab another one, and that's 500k. The first batch, you should probably try to fit around 23 boxes in the back. That will be around 300k, and then the 13 boxes in your hopper. 21 to 23 is what I would go for in the back. And then the 13 in your hopper will give you about 200k. So you should be making around 500,000, and it should take you about less than an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. All right. So there you go. If anyone has any other questions, anything else to add to it, please go ahead. Feel free to let me know. As I said, this is subject to change because the next patch could change anything about it. But that's a beauty Star Citizen. So this is current as of today. But thanks a lot, and take care.